Hello viewers, Would-Be Ben here. Pardon the mess, but I'm in the garage doing some 3D printing and ran into a problem with this Adventurer 5MP Pro, a 3D printer. I unfortunately encountered a tangle on my supply spool which caused the filament to bind, and subsequently the filament stopped feeding. And when trying to utilize the feeding command here to load it here. This is an ABS filament here. Hit load and it will heat up, but then the filament is not advancing. So what we're going to have to do is take this thing apart and see if we can fix the feed roller or the nozzle, wherever the jam up happens to be. I kind of suspect, because the filament got bound on the supply reel, that there's something wrong with the feeding mechanism, which probably got overstressed by pulling on the bound filament. I had previously cut this filament. You can see the stubble of it down there in the feed nozzle, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Here on the panel, you can see the heating is completed, and it's supposed to be loading right now. So you can see there's the filament there, and it's not going anywhere. So the first thing we're going to have to do is shut this thing down and let the nozzle cool down so we can handle it. All right, let's go inside here. On the side of this assembly here is a little hex screw here, and that's a 2mm hex screw. So we're going to back that out to loosen up the nozzle. Hopefully you can see this now. I've got this most of the way backed out here. That's a 2mm Allen head screw there that we've backed out. It does look like they used some blue Loctite on this screw here. And again, it's a 2mm Allen head screw. Okay, with that screw removed, I'm going to remove the fan cover on the front here. You just have to pull it out from below. There's magnets holding it on the bottom, and there's two little pins at the top here that hold it in place. So pull out the bottom and then just lift it up. It's held by wires that are attached to this control board, so I'm just going to flip this up here and out of the way for now. Then these two red levers here, you pull these like this, and then I should be able to just pull the nozzle assembly down from below. Hopefully it's cooled off enough that I can do that without burning myself. I'm down below here. Show that again. So you've got the two little red handles here. So I'll pull those and pull down on this nozzle assembly, which has cooled down. I'm going to need both hands for that, so I'll go ahead and do that. So here I've pulled the nozzle down, and you can see that orange ABS filament still sticking out through the feeder assembly there. So I'm just going to pull that out. So it pulled it all the way out through the feeder assembly. And I'll see if I can get this cleaned up too. But let's take a look at our feeder assembly. There are two screws holding the top of this assembly on here. They're also 2mm Allen head screws. One on the left side, and if we move this stuff out of the way, one on the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and back those out. And it looks like I'm going to have to peel this sticker off here to be able to remove this upper part of the assembly. Hopefully this is a little better view now. Try to tape this out of the way. So this is where that screw came out with the 2mm Allen head, one on the top here and one on the top here as well. And I'm going to show you that this top assembly here is a snap fit, but it helps to take a narrow screwdriver, and there's a little slot right here. Just push in that slot just slightly, and that releases this little catch here that allows this part of the assembly to come up. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to cut that little sticker so that we can get this assembly off. I can see the seam here between the plastic, so I'm going to try to just cut through the sticker here. There we go. So we can get the top of this off of here. And we can see the motor connections are all right in here. We'll go ahead and disconnect this just to try to protect these things. So I've just got this connector disconnected here, so we can get this out of the way. And it looks like to get at the extruder, we've got to remove 2 more screws here and here. Again, those look like they have 2mm Allen heads on them. Yeah, they do. So back those out. And we'll want to keep track of these screws separately. These screws are a little bit shorter than the ones that went on the outside of the case. Take out this other one here. Okay, so that frees up the circuit board. It looks like we've got connectors here for the front fan and a few other things here. So I'm going to start disconnecting these just to make room. That's our front fan. And there's a side fan here. With some colorful ones here and some black and white ones. These are all unique connectors here, so we won't have to worry about confusing which one goes where. Here we go. Okay, now we can see there are 3 screws that hold this feeder assembly. 1, 2, and 3. So we'll go ahead and take those 3 screws out. This one is actually very loose. Put my hand under here to catch it in case it falls. I'm going to grab some tweezers. Okay, there it goes. That's a fairly good sized screw there. Again, another one. Not really much tension at all on that screw. Okay, so now this is loose. We've got the side fan wiring running through a little track along the top there. So wriggle that a little bit and out it comes. So you can see a little gear there driving this mechanism here. We'll probably have to open this up and see if we can see if there's anything wrong with the feed wheels inside. Before committing to any further disassembly of this, I thought I'd just check to see if this is going to be still a problem. So I've got some of the filament there, and I'm going to feed it in through the opening here. And actually I can feel the filament can work its way through, but I'm just going to turn the gear here. And it looks like it's just, right now it's slipping. It's not really grabbing the filament. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's grabbing it. Kind of an unreliable thing here, but right now it seems to be grabbing it some of the time, and some of the times it's slipping. I presume that's kind of how it's supposed to work there, but it's not reliable. So we'll see if we can take this thing apart further. Looks like we've got a couple more Allen head screws here attaching the little fan assembly. Then we'll see if we figure out how to open up this gearbox. And 2 millimeters. And that's our fan assembly. I don't see any screws here. I'm hoping that's not ultrasonically welded, but let's see if maybe we can pry this. Oh, look at that. It does just pry right there. So I'll get a flat tool to pry that open. So I've just used a little spreader here, working my way around the edges here. So we've got a bearing. We've got the main drive wheel here. Looks like this will come out. And this looks like the actual feed roll mechanism here. It looks a bit worn in it. Looks a bit worn. So maybe I just need to clean this up. I use a brush and clean up this plastic that's in here. Looks like we've got a metal gear driving this though. And looks like we'll probably have to pull this one out too. This is that screw that went into the side here. It looks like it adjusts the tension here. So maybe that's all the problem was, that maybe we needed a little bit more tension. But let's see if we can work that out of there. In case you're wondering how that comes out, I just put a little toothbrush in here and pulled up, and there it goes. Just slides right out of there. We do have a little spring down there. We don't want to lose that spring, so watch out for that. And the little bearing that goes on the end of that spring too, like that. So that applies tension to the feed roller there. So if you're having problems with slippage, that screw on the side is probably what you need to adjust. It will just clean any loose plastic out of here too. Doesn't look too bad in here though. This roller will need to be cleaned up. I just used the toothbrush on this one here. It looks all right. So the roller itself looks okay. So we'll reassemble this and see if we can get ourselves back into business. Okay, so we've got this cleaned out. Let's put our spring back in with the little bushing. We're going to have to need to make sure that that bushing presses on the side of this assembly here when we get this back in. You can see there's a little, that little bushing sits in here. Now get the spring back down in there. Okay. This goes back in there, just like that. That just pushes together. There's no real snap or anything holding that there. Get our fan reattached. Looks like that's the direction it was on from the way the wiring goes here. And these are just plastic parts. They're not really under any stress, so you don't really need to torque these down. Just seat them flat. Alright, so we'll reassemble. Let's put this all back in the printer, but let's take a look at the nozzle now. So this is the nozzle that we pulled out. And if you look carefully, you can see that where the feed wheel had engaged the filament, it's gotten all scraped up. And that's probably why this wasn't feeding, is that those metal teeth gripped into here and then chewed off the plastic, and therefore it's not feeding any longer in through the nozzle here. I can't pull this out right now because the nozzle is cold and the plastic presumably is formed up solid up in the head here. But what I'll do is I'll just cut this off right here. And hopefully when we thread a fresh piece of filament in through with the nozzle heated up, it will push this through as well and allow that to be flushed. So let's go back and reassemble everything. Okay, so we're all reassembled now. Lessons to be learned. when you put on a new spool, make sure that it is not tangled up on the reel so that it will pull off freely. If you get your filament underneath one of the previous one of the other coils there, it can bind up and form a knot and jam everything. So I've got this reel nice and smooth. It's especially important with this ABS stuff. It's really stiff. But now I've got some pulled out on this end here, and I can feed down into the feeding chamber now. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. And it'll go through its warm-up process, then we'll go to the loading spool changing screen. Okay, we've rebooted up. We're going to go here to our spool changing, select our material here, click on load, and hopefully after it goes through the heating up process, it will load. Okay, heating is now completed, and look at that. We have loading. And we have extrusion down below. So it appears that the problem here was that when I had binding of the filament on the supply spool, that caused the filament to get caught in the feeding area, and the little gears there just basically ground their way and um, made the filament small enough between the teeth that it could no longer advance. But having cut that piece off and threading a new piece through there, we've now got successful repair of our loading. So that's how I was able to deal with this failure to load, and how to disassemble, remove, and inspect the feeding mechanism. So I'm back in business with some 3D printing projects. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Would Be Ben signing off. Bye-bye.